Unit 5 Adventure. Reading A. Swiss Family Robinson. For a week our ship had been caught in a terrible storm. The crew was worn out. In the cabin where I prayed with my family, we heard a cry of "Land! Land!" and felt the ship strike something. I rushed to the deck. There I saw the last boat push off, loaded with sailors. "Wait!" I cried. "What of my family?" But they rowed away and never looked back. I returned to my family, trying to hide my fears. "Be brave, my dear ones. Our good ship is placed so that our cabin will stay above water. There is land in sight. Tomorrow, if the wind and the waves die down, we should be able to reach shore. We must find some food and have a good supper." After a meal, the children slept soundly through the night. At dawn, we were thankful to see blue sky above us. We stood together on the deck. "It will soon be calm enough for swimming." "That's fine for you, but what about the rest of us? Why not build a raft?" "A raft would not be safe, but we must think of something." "Could we each get into a big tub and float? I have sailed on the pond at home like that." "A great idea, my child." We soon found 4 large barrels and went to work. While I saw the barrels in two, tried to find some long, thin boards. In smooth water, I think this little boat will do us very well. The next morning, we got together all the supplies we would carry and made ready to set out. Many useful things had to be left behind at this time. We have left food for the larger animals on board. Why not take the chickens with us? If we don't find food for them, they can be food for us. We freed the ducks, geese and pigeons. They'll reach shore before we do. Hoping for the best, we set off. We followed the ducks through a small opening in the rocks where a stream flowed into the sea. We were in a small bay from which we were able to land. Saved from the sea. Our first act must be to thank God for our escape. Next, we set up a tent. "Now, my good wife, perhaps you will make us a meal from the dried soup we saved." After hard work and a good meal, we all slept soundly at night. Next morning, Mrs. Robinson cooked us a breakfast of bread and soup. Then Fritz went to look around the island. He returned and made his report. "I went across the stream. It's beautiful there. If we could bring the cow from the ship, there's plenty of good green grass." "All in its time, son. Did you see any of our shipmates?" "Not a sign, but the shore is full of things we can use from the wreck." "Dinner is ready, but how are we to eat? No plates and spoons, and we can't lift the pot." "Perhaps clam shells would do." "A fine idea." Quickly, we found some shells and cleaned them. Soon we were dipping into our dinner. "We will take one of the dogs. The other will stay here to keep you safe." Below a waterfall, we found our way across. "Careful, my son. And you too, Papa." We pushed on for 3 hours through country with many trees. We cut our way through a patch of reeds. "Oh, Papa, this must be sugar cane. How good the juice tastes. Let's take some back for the others." "Of course, Fritz." We came to some palm trees and found a troop of monkeys. I'll throw stones at them, but will not try to hit them. They will copy me and throw coconuts back at us. How else could we reach fresh coconuts? Very smart, Papa. We returned home with our finds to a happy family. Look, a monkey. Where did Fritz find him? He has some big funny round things too, and lots of sticks. We found a good meal waiting for us. We have been busy too. The boys caught the fish, and I killed the big bird with a stick. Soon after dark we went to bed. We were awakened from sleep by barking dogs and the squawks of our chickens. Jackals! Our brave dogs were fighting off 12 jackals. 4 were already dead. Our guns soon drove off the rest. Yes, you are brave dogs. They have been hurt. If they had spiked collars, they would have been saved from wild animals jumping for their necks. We returned to bed. This time we slept until morning. We must return to the ship before bad weather comes. We will save the animals and take with us anything else we can use. That's a good idea.